2,000 years ago, a handful of ordinary people gathered in secret rooms, whispering prayers by candlelight. They couldn't imagine that their fragile movement would one day circle the globe, build breathtaking cathedrals, spark revolutions, and reach hearts through tiny glowing screens. This is the story of the Church, a story of faith, struggle, and hope that still shapes the world. Hi, welcome to Gospel Times, where we explore the inspiring history of faith and how it speaks to us today. In the next few minutes, we'll travel through centuries, from hidden catacombs to towering steeples, from printing presses to livestream worship, discovering how the Church grew, stumbled, and kept rising. It began in the shadow of the Roman Empire. A Jewish teacher named Jesus gathered followers who believed his message of love and redemption. After his death and resurrection, they spread the news with courage that defied persecution. In homes and marketplaces, believers shared bread, stories, and songs. Symbols like the simple fish, carved into walls or drawn in dust, marked safe places where they could worship. Even as emperors tried to silence them, their hope only grew stronger. Everything changed in the 4th century when Emperor Constantine embraced Christianity. The faith was no longer illegal. Basilicas rose where believers once met in caves. Councils gathered to define essential beliefs, giving us the Nicene Creed, words still spoken in churches today. But with acceptance came new challenges. Power, politics, and cultural influence reshaped a once persecuted community into a central force in Europe. By the Middle Ages, magnificent cathedrals filled skylines, but not everything was glorious. Corruption and heavy traditions sparked a hunger for renewal. In the 1400s, Johannes Gutenberg's printing press made scripture available like never before. Reformers such as Martin Luther and John Calvin called believers back to the heart of the gospel, leading to the Protestant Reformation and new streams of Christian expression. As explorers crossed oceans, missionaries followed, sometimes with wisdom, sometimes with mistakes, always with a desire to share good news. Faith communities grew in Africa, Asia, and the Americas. Local believers translated scripture, blended music and customs, and built churches that reflected their own cultures, proving that the message of Christ was not bound to one place or people. The last century has seen revivals in tents, stadiums, and open fields. Worship songs now rise in hundreds of languages. Technology streams sermons into living rooms. Social media connects believers across continents. Churches wrestle with issues of justice, poverty, and reconciliation, seeking to live out the same compassion Jesus taught on dusty Galilean roads. The history of the Church isn't just about dates or monuments, it's about people who believed love was stronger than fear. And that story continues through you. As you watch this, you're part of a living heritage that began with a whisper in an upper room. What chapter will you write? If this journey inspired you, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. Let's keep exploring how faith's past can guide our future.